Well, good morning. It's day 3 of the Monaco Yacht Show, and I just found Dean on our terrace, and he's got such a good story to tell that I really asked him, can you please do a video with me? And you kindly agreed to that. And just for the people that don't know you, would you mind introducing yourself?
Sure. Dean from a company called National Marine. We've been in business about 35 years, and we're in the supply world, chasing after the boats for the last quite a while. Started off in the yachting industry from a crew member all the way up to a captain, and then kind of jumped off boats and saw an opportunity and jumped on another ship and took it and ran with it.
Well, that's the humble version of it. How many offices do you have at the moment, and how many staff?
Well, we have too many staff, first of all. But you can't do it without great people. We have offices, our main office is in Fort Lauderdale, which is our headquarters. We have St. Martin, St. Thomas, Antigua, and then we go into the Netherlands, which is just outside of Amsterdam, and we have New Zealand, which covers the Pacific. So it's an infrastructure of strategic locations to serve the industry that helps in the time changes and in the certain times of the year for seasons, enables us to give them the personalized service that we try to do on a regular basis.
So I would just be curious, like, is there a top product, or is there a top range of products that you see that's doing, or that's extremely popular at the moment, or that you see coming?
Not really. There's obviously several departments. When you take a boat, it's it's basically like a home. You have your interior department, you have your deck department, which is the exterior of the vessel, obviously, your engineering, then goes into medical, then it goes into provisions. So there's so many different infrastructures, not one is really greater than the other. Obviously for the Caribbean season, December, St. Bart's, everybody's got to eat, lots of food, lots of provisioning. They're not necessarily ordering that. So there's not one real specific product. I'll say collectively, it's all the departments that kind of reaches out there. The biggest product changer is going to be the environmentally friendly, from your plastics to the chemicals that we have been on a mission statement for a sustainable future to change as much, and they still are ordering the same things, but we are trying everything we can to get away from chemicals, plastics, and our new Yachtwear line as well, made out of recycled plastics out of the material. So that's the biggest change.
I can imagine, because it's a topic that's big in the industry. I know from a lot of you've been a captain yourself. There's a lot of vessels that want to be more sustainable, but they struggle because there's so many things still packed in plastic or and shipping. Did you find that a hard thing to achieve, that sustainable route?
We absolutely love it when it starts from the owner. When the owner really steps in and says, I want no plastics on our boat. And that's when you deliver the water in the aluminum cans or in the paper bottles. And that's the game changer. And there's some captains and crews that also are making a big difference. We went to deliver items and uniforms in a plastic bag back in the day, and the captain said, no plastics allowed on this boat, please take the uniform out of the bag, and you only take paper. So it starts from the owner's perspective, and then the crew responsibility. You look at Fiji water. You feel that there's nothing recyclable about that water, but the amount of pallets of Fiji water we sell, and why? It's just the thing to have on a boat. It's education, and it's really the people on board the boats, from the owner to the captain, making that difference, and that needs to happen more and more in this industry. It really does.
Yeah, it does, and I think you guys, you're one of the major players in your side of the industry, I believe. Do you believe that you can lead that way, and is that something that you would want to do? Well, you already are, obviously, with all the changes you're implementing and with having a mission statement. Right. But it's a big thing for you, obviously.
It's important. It's important because I know what we supply, and I know what a company as National Marine, the amount of product we supply that is not for the sustainable future, that is bad for the environment. It's what we do. It's what we have to do. All suppliers, when a boat gets an order, you deliver. But when you look at what you're doing to the environment as a company, it makes me personally, it's a mission statement.
Yeah.
It's a mission statement for all my staff to give them the choice. When they order 50 cases of Fiji, we say, can we send you a sample bottle of what we would like you to on the next order?
Yeah.
Or are you interested, instead of placing an order for these chemicals, can we show you the other chemicals that have been introduced into the industry? So it takes everybody, I think every one of us, even from you bringing it up as a subject matter, it takes all of us to recognize that it's an amazing industry. These yachts allow us all a great opportunity, but we all have a responsibility, and it's education, and it's just people making that decision.
Well, I'm with you. Okay, I mean, at Acre also, we look at like organizing more sustainable events. We are very lucky that we have a lot of like, we will not have plastic cups at events anymore. It's all recycled, it's all paper. That's true. We need the crew. Well, basically, guys, you need to ask for it. And I think that's like, you need to tell your owners and your guests that you would prefer to be a sustainable vessel, because I think it's also the future of chartering, and like, people are now looking for a sustainable vessel, and more and more and more. So I think that, I don't think we have a choice, let's put it that way.
It's actually an easy choice. It's an easy choice, but it's the people that are going to make that choice. Because it's just not placing the order for all your plastic cups or everything. The crew might educate the owner, the captain might educate the owner, and the owner might get to the point that's saying, okay, it starts from the top and it works your way down, but it's an easy transition.
It is,
and it's happening. It really is. The industry, we're seeing it tremendously. The amount of paper products that we're delivering to boats now, and the amount of aluminum cans and paper waters that we're doing, it's changing, but not changing fast enough.
Well, and we all know, like, I spoke to a few vessels, like, sometimes the owners cannot be changing, but then we look at their kids, right? Because they know that we need a more sustainable future.
Correct.
So there's a lot of education to be done. But I want to dive into a little bit of another topic, because like, we have a lot of crew that have got this ambition to become a business owner at a certain point. They want to move on shore and start their own company. You have done it. You were a captain, you moved on shore, you built an amazing company. Give us some, like, I'm not talking to him as if he's Sir Richard Branson. Like, what are the tips and tricks? What would you tell someone that wants to start their business coming from a vessel? What is that? What would you give them?
You have a mission statement. You see a need, and you kind of go for it. And going into business, it has its benefits, but it's not easy.
No,
it's not easy whatsoever. I don't think I could do it again. I wouldn't want to do it again. You couldn't even ask me to do it again, but I'm very privileged to have an amazing staff. A successful business comes from hard work, but it also comes from having amazing people around you. National is not me, it's not necessarily our facilities, it is the people behind our company. I'm very blessed to have the people around me, and that, the business, we've done it now, we're going on 35 years. And the reason to the key to our success is our longevity and how long we've been doing it. The relationships we've established worldwide, that we can buy something, but we have to ship it. We have to get it to destinations. And our relationships with agents and facilitators in countries, in remote places, because these boats don't just sit in Monaco. They literally travel around the world. So I think the key to our success also in business is years, longevity, and establishing great partners in this industry that allows us to successly accomplish the goal to deliver. And it is very challenging. I mean, delivering to these boats is first of all, the captain and crew have an amazing job. They have a demanding job. They can never say no. So when we get the order, we can never say no. We have to accomplish the impossible. It's kind of what makes our job fun. But starting into the industry now, you just need to find a need, and you need to hit the ground running. I started with nothing, and with a pickup truck and a beeper, and beepers back in the day. Some people don't know what a beeper is, but it just takes persistence, and then surrounding yourself with good people.
Persistence, surrounding yourself with good people. Obviously, a good idea helps as well, like something that people actually need. I always tell them, like, do some research, make sure that people actually want what you believe in.
Amen.
It was we went all the way. We went from National Marine to sustainability to having a good team. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and for spending some time with me.
Absolute pleasure. And I appreciate the opportunity.
Hope we're going to do more stuff.
I think we will.